Hello everyone, welcome and thank you so much for joining me. My name is Renee and I help people to heal from codependency and to learn how to love themselves. So check out my background, white wall and white wall. Okay, I'm learning the lighting and the way the sun comes in at different times and how that works with the camera. So this is just what I got to deal with right now. So hopefully I'll be spicy enough to jazz it up for my lack of nice, colorful background. Sorry, it's what I gotta deal with right now. Okay, getting into today's video, which is all about unhealthy caretaking, feeling like it is selfish to take care of yourself. This is a big topic, and this is something that so many people have internalized and learned. And this is why I want to talk about it and bring it up and shine a light on it, because this is really common, more so than we may realize. And part of healing is to realize there are a lot of people dealing with this. You are not alone. You have a lot more support around you than you may realize. So in dealing with this unhealthy caretaking and lack of caring for ourselves, let's first say codependency is at its root, I've said this in other videos, it is a deep lack of self-love. And it's something that you learned. You probably learned at some point that you had to caretake your caretakers. That could have taken on several different forms. It may have taken on the form of physically taking care of a parent who was suffering from physical ailments. It may have been emotionally taking care of them. It may have been being who they wanted you to be. It may have been trying to suppress yourself and become obsequious and become quiet and silent, to not be seen and to not be heard, because you might have learned that that's what your role was as a child. Or it may have been some combination of these things. The common thread in all of these is that you could not be you. You could not develop yourself. You could not be who you truly were. And it was not okay for that to be expressed. And you learned that through some painful lessons. If you did express it, it was met with some pretty weighty consequences. Whether it was any kind of outright abuse or being ostracized from the family, being on the outside, being made fun of, or being singled out in some way, and all of these things hurt you on a deep level. They hurt that child within you, or that child that was you at that age, and boom, there we go. So you learned it was better to not be me and be this other person. And in return, what you got was, you got love, you got connection, you got approval, you got your basic needs met, you got your social needs met. But where did you go? Where were you? Buried deep down inside somewhere and kind of lost. So this is what needs to be healed. So from all this, we learned that, well, if I can't be me, then why on earth would it be okay for me to seek out in life that which makes me happy, that which feeds my soul? No. What makes me happy is to make you happy. Yeah. What makes me happy is to give to you. And that may be very true. Especially if you are someone who is empathic, you love to give, you love to nurture. To give to others is like air for you. But where this can go wrong is when we give from the wrong place. And we can do this easily without realizing it. If we are giving, coming from the place of not genuinely altruistically wanting to give, but instead to stay safe, to be liked, to be included, to fit in, and that's when this empathy, caretaking, nurturing becomes unhealthy. So what we got to do is to, kind of catch ourselves when we are giving to this person, giving to this person. And if you, after all that, you're like, oh, I have nothing left. I am so drained and I don't like talking to this person because they drain the shit out of me, So whatever, we got to pay attention to the feedback we are getting. Are we giving and then feeling resentful? Are we giving and then feeling like you just sold part of yourself to someone and you just gave part of yourself away? We got to ask ourselves some tough questions. What is your motivation? Well, it just makes me happy. Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, that's true. But I want you to go another layer deeper. It's not that that's not true, and it's not that that's not a good thing to do, but we need to peel back the layers of crap, all the layers of childhood shit that we learned, and get to the bottom. Why are we giving? Because that reason right there will tell you everything else. It'll crack open the whole code, the whole puzzle. And once we realize we are giving to get what we never got, that tells you this wound needs to be healed. This is why I talk about inner child work. This is why I talk so much about getting to the root. I'm not talking about dealing with the surface level and giving you some nice platitude. I'm saying let's get to the bottom. And if we deal with that, then everything else will start to fall into place because we have awareness and we have consciousness. Okay, so the next thing I want to bring your attention to is that once we have that awareness of like, yep, I see where it came from. Yep, this is what I learned. No, I didn't deserve it, but now I got to do something about it. You have to allow yourself to love you, to like and appreciate you. And I'm not saying like anyone is like perfect at this. I certainly am not. It's a work in progress. And some days I'm good and other days I'm not. So self-love is something that's going to go up, down, up, down. But the overall trajectory is increasing. So if you came from a place where honoring yourself and loving and liking yourself and appreciating who you are, feeling good about yourself was squashed down immediately because it threatened someone else, then this is something that we got to work on gradually and slowly and take our time with. Because it's a process and this stuff is deeply ingrained. And we can learn and be gentle with ourselves in the process. So when we start to love ourselves, what it means is that we listen to our bodies. What does my body need? Does my body need rest? Does it need a workout? What does my body need and want right now? It can also take the form of, what does my heart need? Do I need connection? Do I need time alone? How much connection do I need? Do I like being around a lot of people? Do I like being just more one-on-one with just one other person? Doing those things that make you happy, that bring you joy. That is what we got to listen to. What brings you joy? Instead of coming from the place of, I am here to serve you. I will give to you. It's okay for me to take care of you, but not okay for me to take care of me? Where do we get that idea? Well, we talked about that. But when we look at it that way, it's kind of funny, kind of interesting. Why is it okay for you to take care of someone else and just sort of trash yourself and abandon yourself? It's weird, but that's what we learned. Why is it okay to cling to one person, find this one person, this is where my identity is going to come from, and this is where I'm going to put all this stuff onto one person? Because we got to give it instead to ourselves. It's in you. It's you. It's not out there. It's not out there. It's not him. It's not her. It's not this guy. It's not this other woman, whatever. It's in you. It's got to come from you first. Otherwise, you will keep looking outside of yourself to get what you need. You'll keep chasing it. You'll always be on the hook. You will never be free. So when we love ourselves, we're giving to ourselves what we never got so that we can radiate that out. And when your cup runs over, then you can give. Then you give from a place from your heart, not from a place of neediness, not from a place of a wound. You give because you are, you have filled up yourself. You have filled up your own cup with your appreciation for you, your acceptance of you, your light and your dark. And when that cup runs over, then people feel that from you. You radiate it. You know what I'm talking about, because we all have moments like this where you're just in alignment. So to think you gotta forsake yourself and be there for everyone else, and well, it's just my lot in life, and I'm just a victim, and well, I just don't think, I don't have good self-esteem, I'm not confident. Fuck all that. We can't keep identifying with our wounds. We can do something about it. And it is my hope that my discussion on this topic has allowed you to look at those parts in you. Because let me tell you, like I said in the beginning, so many of us have this. I guarantee it. Trust me on this. I know. So I hope that has helped you bravely go into those dark corners. We can grow, we can heal. And that's my message for this week. I hope that has helped. And thank you so much for watching. Talk to you soon.